Hello everyone and welcome to Wizard101 video. Today is not a Let's Play series, but I am going to be doing something a little bit different now. Some of you might have watched it, probably a decent amount of you have already watched it. It is a video that I did a while ago on the best level 60 gear. Now I thought that since we're going to be getting very close to this level soon in the co-op Let's Play, that I would show you guys what the best gear is up until level 30. So this is kind of the level 30 gear guide and then a little bit beyond. It depends on what you want, but I'm going to just basically go over early game strategies in terms of gear. So first off, hat, robe, and boots up until level 30, just buy from the bazaar. Obviously, probably 99.9% of you know this, but the bazaar is here. Just sort by things. Buy the things that have the most health, most damage. Resist doesn't really matter because it's not universal. So, for example, you just go this, you do usable, sort by level, sort by school, buy whatever has the most amount of health and damage. As you can see, health, damage, perfect. So that's basically hat, robe, and boots. But that's not, I accidentally clicked on the bazaar, but that's not what you're going to be doing forever, because at some point that's not going to be as effective anymore, because it just, you know, it's not effective. Like, it's not feasible to in this game that has certain gear sets to keep buying bazaar gear. You can buy, well, I say not feasible, but you can buy bazaar gear. I mean, up until probably like 2013, that's what everyone did. You know, you just bought bazaar gear right up until level 60, and then you got the waterworks gear. But the other gear that you specifically want to get at level 30, if you can, obviously you don't have to, because there is alternatives, is the gear at Mount Olympus. You do Mount Olympus dungeon, you go right up to Zeus, you get Zeus gear. It's the best level 30 gear, hands down. But that also leads to the next thing you're going to want to get at level 30, which is the Kaiser and Hosta. It's literally the best one in the game up until like level 110 or 100 or so. So obviously that's a must get. You go through Mount Olympus at least once you hit level 30. It's very important for gear. Now, in terms of alternatives that are still early game, but you wouldn't necessarily get at level 25, you can do the dungeon in Krokotopia. I think it's called the Lambda of Harmony or something. It's one of the 4 dungeons. It's like Darkmoor, but for level 25. Once you reach level 25, you'll get a notification. I believe Sergeant Major Talbot is the one who gives the quest. And it's this dungeon over here. You can see that boat up there. Yeah, see, he gives the quest right here. That gear is really good, or decently good. Also at level 40, you'll get a quest in Marleybone for Barkingham Palace. That gives good gear as well. All of those are worth doing at least once. Whether you farm for the gear or not is up to you, obviously, but I think that it's worth getting and is decent. So now I'm gonna, before the Kaiser and Hosta, leading up to that, there's one wand that I recommend getting. Fuck you, water tank. I'm actually gonna pause and wait until that's over. Give me a second. Alright, everyone, I am back, and now, the wand up until level 30 that I would recommend, funny enough, is actually the first wand you get in the game now. Before, it used to give you just a wand spell that was like that, but now it gives you plus 5% accuracy, which you'll notice it's really important. 5% accuracy can go a really long way, especially when, like, say death spells are level 85 or 85%. That'll make them 90%. Life spells will go up to like 95, so on and so forth. That's the one I would recommend using, and then I would recommend just going in here and Xing out all the spells. Use that up until level 30, I would recommend. This Athame now is honestly optional, but I like using it because of the 5% resist. It is actually a crown shop item. The Heart Steel, which I'm sure a lot of you know about, it's 260 crowns, so it's actually really cheap. You could press the Earn Crowns button a few times and get this much. But it gives 5 resist and 45 health, which makes this probably the best Athame in the game. So I would continue using this up until probably level 30 or higher. The problem with it is that eventually the health stops being... the health isn't as effective anymore. So, for example, this gives 5% resist, which is why it's really good early game and even into the mid game. But the issue is that eventually that resist won't matter because you won't have enough health to get the resist. Now, obviously you could keep this up until whenever you want to get rid of it. The 5% resist is really good. I usually get rid of it, though, around, like, level, you know, like level 30, 40. In terms of the rest of the gear, I would also just recommend Bizarre gear. The amulets, there's basically no point in getting in any type. Like, don't buy an amulet up until level like 60 when they start giving health. Rings, I usually just buy the one that gives the most amount of health and mana. Another thing I would highly recommend you to do when playing Wizard 101 is to go up to the hatching kiosk and get a pet, because pets can be extremely useful. I obviously don't have a pet right now, but for example, my Storm Wizard, which I will switch to now, I trained up a pet. As you can see, she's level 21. And the pet gives 15% resist, 12% damage, and 25 crit. So that makes her stats at level 21 actually insanely good. Her resist is 20%, which is already decent. That means you take 1/5 of every form of damage less than what you normally would, which is really good. 21% damage is actually really good too. Like, you have to take into account that these things, this is level 20 wizard. Level 21s usually don't have nearly this good stats. So yeah, I'm using the Heartsteel, one of the 7 schools to give that accuracy, and then my accuracy is up to 11. That's what I would recommend. Deck obviously also doesn't matter up until you get to what's it called? Once you start getting to like the level 70 decks, when they start giving health and stuff. But anyways, that's this gear guide. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments section. I'm more than happy to help. I am pretty knowledgeable in the early game, so I can tell you what the best kind of things are. But this is the blanket overall best up until level 30, and even a little bit beyond level 30. And honestly, it's probably the gear you would use up until probably level 60, honestly. Especially once the like, if you get full Mount Olympus Zeus gear, you're probably set until level 60 in Waterworks. But yeah, if you enjoyed, drop a like, hit the sub button. I want to hit 275 by the end of June. I'm already well on my way. I think I need 8 subs, and it's only June 8th. So yeah, I'll see you in the next time. If you have any questions, leave them in the description. If you want a different gear guide, like a level 100 gear guide, let me know as well. And yeah, hope you have a fantastic day.